I think I'm killing
Hello,
it.
welcome back to Thursday Night Garblag North America, where we are doing Starfinder Horizons of the Vast currently, alternating between this and Actun. So we're going to pick up where we left off last time. We also have another face with us here, which is great. Tyler's now joining us with their character. And yeah, we got a full party. But first, we'll do a roundtable for everybody to remind you who or what they're playing. And we will also do a recap of what happened last time. And then we're going to jump into our gremlin fight that we left off on. So, first up on the overlay is Aaron with Raph.
So Rafe is a
Rafe.
Kish. That's okay. He's the Kish, which were a former archaic race. Basically, he grew up with a bow and arrow. But Starfinders came to the planet of Ishtamak and the floating city of Ishtamak, and his entire race was immediately thrust into the space age because there is no prime directive in Starfinder, and he was hired by a corporation to be a scout for them on Ishtamak. And then they became part of this colony project, and they asked him if he wanted to come along. Rafe is a explorer operative, and yeah, that's it. It kind of looks like a cross between a predator and the first officer on Discovery.
Yes, terrifying. Your picture. Evan, tell us about Fruit.
Yeah, Fruit is a Raxolite Solarian that is 1.5 feet tall and weighs 4 pounds. He has a tiny dandelion beard with a dandelion mohawk and a grumpy little face. And he is here on the new world to spread his seed.
Oh, gross.
Thank
He
you for
Sonny,
brought,
that.
he brought, to clarify, he brought pollen from other
he's gonna
Raxolites.
pollinate.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Somebody left a comment, I think, on our first session on YouTube this earlier today, saying this is such an eclectic group of characters. They hadn't seen one since they played some like Marvel superheroes in high school or something like that. And I was like, yeah, we really channeled our inner Guardians of the Galaxy, I think, with this group.
Yes, we did.
Ragtag. Well, speaking of ragtag, we got Jeff as Dr. Bostwick.
Dr. Bostwick, yes, he is an uplifted bear. Elder bear, of course, doesn't actually speak particularly well, but he can enter your mind, and he sounds a bit like David Attenborough in his later years. He is a biohacker. He is very interested in nature, particularly animals, and is on this mission to study the fauna that is on this planet. He was originally born within the diaspora and has spent many a year traveling around the vast. And he also enjoys a bit of wrestling as well, and likes to take the genetic material of the various creatures that he encounters, turns them into serums, and then applies them for applicable wrestling maneuvers and such like that. Yes. He's also 10 feet tall and a very svelte 1,300 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. When I uploaded your token into the game, I had to ask Jeff, is your character really that big?
Really that big?
Mhm.
I actually
He's
asked
really
that.
big.
Are you really that big? You
Yes.
are.
So
Jeremy. Is it Captain Blim Blam? Private Blim Blam? What's your rank?
Oh no, I am Blim Blim. I am a simulated Skittermander soldier. I am private first class because I am most classy. I have red shirt I am very proud of. I get sent out first every time because I'm most important soldier and I do the job every time. Very happy to be here. I like to shoot things and I like to drive things.
Yes. We found the shooting part out last time. You were very good at it. Megan, you're playing Zenny.
Yeah. I was spaced out there for a moment. I'm playing Zenka. They are Shimreen. Zenny is a priest. And yeah, we're Yeah, they're here to kind of Zenny's a pacifist and doesn't believe in organized war. However, knows that sometimes violence is needed in order to pursue the greater good.
Very good. That's right. Pacifist. We found it last time. You cast all kinds of wacky spells on those those moles. And our newest edition, our latest edition, Tyler is playing Dr. Astrania. Did I say that right?
Estrania, yep.
Very good.
Yeah. Dr. Estrania is a Valaka battle medic, though really she's just become a back alley doctor, basically. And uses her services as a way to make money through any medical service she can provide.
There you go. And are they blind, Valaka?
Yeah. No, I
No.
took the option where they weren't. They didn't have the. I took the that they can hear and can see, so
Okay.
they're not your traditional Valaka. As I was like, I kind of need to see to do my surgeries and whatnot.
What do you mean? You can't just like sniff out the right tendon to?
I mean, I do have an axial cortex, like eye implant sort of thing. So like the eye that's covered by hair in the picture is the one that's gonna have the cyber eye. But I'm not sure how. We'll see how this lovely battle goes.
Yeah. Okay. What happened? So you are part of an outfit that is going to Waydana 4, which is a planet that was discovered in a new sector of space, and it was identified as habitable. So you are being sent there by your patron. Your patron, do you remember the name of your patron, everyone?
The name we can't pronounce.
The name we can't pronounce.
Zubadubadubba.
A dragon.
With a Z.
A dragon, right?
Yes.
Z-Dragon, that's what we'll just call it. Z-Dragon.
Zeneladi.
Yeah,
Zeneladi.
Z-Dragon.
Who has sent you there to try and find a cure for a disease that killed their mate. So you're working for that dragon. You're there. You have your group. It's like 12 people that are below you, or I shouldn't say below you, report to you in this this new colony that you're establishing. So you showed up. You decided where you were going to land. You picked where your starting spot was going to be. You made your way down to the planet. Your ship started like breaking apart and shooting off into different pieces to form the buildings and structures of the beginning of your colony. And when you landed, you were greeted by some moles, some space moles, which you dispatched. I'll say quickly dispatched, but it took a little while to get rid of those moles. But you eventually got rid of them, and you kind of charted out the area, set up camp. You started to get a little familiar with where you decided to land, and you also started speaking about where you want to head first in your discoveries and claiming hexes. And that's when your comms went off, and you had 2 distress calls at once, and you had to make a decision right then and there who you were going to help, because there wasn't enough time to help both of them. One of them was at the food silo, and the other one was over at the
electrical something.
Yeah, like your electrical system or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, it had to do with the electricity for your colony. And you said, we're going to the grain silo. And you got there and it was like leaning sideways. And Maledia is the one who looks after and tends to the silo. And she said that she saw like a strange creature and that there was a hole that had been gnawed into the back of the silo. And you guys crept in there and you found a gremlin that was kind of like going through boxes and throwing things around. It was a Drycluse gremlin. There are many types of gremlins in the galaxy, and this is one of many. And you approached it. Fruit, who was with you? You and Blimblam approached it to talk to it. And the others came in through the front door, and it got freaked out, and it wanted to take off and leave, and it had used its abilities to call in a giant louse, or flea-looking creature. Hey, Melissa. So yeah, that's where we left off. I'm going to say that Dr. Estrania, you were on the later parts of the ship that were decompartmentalizing and making their way down to the planet, and you've just kind of shown up and you've been informed by the other colonists that there is this disruption happening at the silo, and you're going to kind of be like walking up on the scene, trying to find out what's going on. So
I have my sedatives and my needle gun ready for whoever.
It's like every game I play with Tyler.
I'm playing a doctor. I gotta have
syringes,
empty syringe, a syringe full of air.
Oh my! I didn't think about that. I could make a needle gun that just has just full of air. That's deadly. Oh god! Especially if it's a species that can't take oxygen like at all. Thank you for that.
You're funny. All right, so let's bring you back to the map where we left off. Everybody was kind of in place. I have your character, Tyler, on the outside walking in on the silo, and I think we left off with me saying roll for initiative, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because that gremlin wanted to take off.
I think we did roll. Did we roll? Oh, no.
Did we? If we did, it's long gone.
So now, that louse looks kind of small compared to the bear.
Well, yeah, the bear everything looks small to the bear. What do you mean? What do you...
Yeah. Oh, I had to click the roll button.
Let's put on some music. Some sound effects.
A 9, that's not very good, Fruit.
Yeah, I'll have to turn Sirenscape on.
And I'll have to roll for initiative.
My initiative is not activated.
On the combat tracker, which is like the fist
menu. You just click on there.
Sorry,
Fair sheet number 5.
Yeah, and then click the dice. Fair sheet 5.
Oh, is that the name on your sheet, Tyler?
Yeah, you didn't change it.
You must have put the wrong sheet in there or something.
What?
No, because originally I told you that I couldn't use the first sheet because it just didn't.
Yeah.
I had no access to it, so I used the spare sheet.
Well, you're spare sheet number 5 right now.
I see that.
Spare sheet.
It goes with the token name.
Yeah,
all of the tokens read.
Yeah.
And I did try to move in last game to the, but for whatever reason, it's keeping me 20 paces away from the doctor.
You must remain 20 paces away.
That's because you're trying to say something while we're already in combat. You're still talking.
All right. So, spare sheet number 5. You're first. You're walking up on the scene, and you can hear a bit of a disruption. You can hear Garble talking. You can't really quite make out, but you can see Zenny sitting in some bushes to the side of the entrance. And the door's open. You can see Dr. Bostwick standing in there, and Rafe from where you're at.
Boy. Then in that case, let's see.
And in combat, as a reminder, you can do in the bush. You can do one standard action, one move action, and one swift action, or one full action instead.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Well, I am gonna make sure that my exocortex is turned on and active as it turns on its basically, I'm not sure what the word would be, but I'm like begin scanning basically of like is what I always guess they would say, and they would make their way to the bush.
You're going to the bush also?
Yeah, I'll just shimmy and sneak into there. Wow, I'm getting good rolls.
What do you?
I got 22 to sneak into the bush, and then I just very quietly to the person in the bush I say, "What's going on inside?" With and I have like a little notes, and I have like a little I'm like, you are being recorded right now, as I am I audio taped so I can listen back to them, just so you know. So don't say anything incriminating. And if you do, I'll probably, well,
So you all know each other. You've spent months on a ship together. So,
yeah, I imagine it's a big-ish, kind of big-ish ship.
No, there's only like a dozen
or...
people other than the 6 of you, and you, the 6 of you are the core group. You are the charter members. You are tasked with running this colony. So the 6 of you know each other really, really well. You're kind of like the leaders for now. There are elections that come up, and you guys can be overthrown and voted out. But for now, you are the charter leaders of this colony. Or of this
do
charter.
We have specific positions that we need to make sure we do stuff for? Or anything like that?
We will. Okay. At the end of every in-game month is when you get to start like making those decisions and stuff. So yeah, so you all know you know Zenny, who's in the bush, very well, and Zenny knows you very well, and you know all the other 12 colonists who have come here with you, and they all have a specialty that they like. You've got scientists and doctors and archaeologists and things like that. So yeah, you all know one another very, very, very well.
I'm like, what's the situation? What's going on? And what's all with the noise? I heard there's a situation. What is it?
So in your mind, oh, doctor, who startled me. The group is currently working on a situation with a gremlin.
I heard of sedation might be required. Is it for the gremlin or for something else?
The gremlin, of course.
Okay, perfect. And she pulls out her needle gun.
Remember, patience and capture and release. Wink.
She I love the thing. It's all in the head and then all of a sudden just wink. Dr. Estrania winks back, unsure what the wink meant, and I would say probably ends their turn like looking into the room with the needle gun at the ready. That would be 30 feet of movement. Boom. Oh, yeah, there's my fellow doctor.
All right, Dr. Bostwick is up next. You got this louse, this giant flea-like looking like creature up in the rafters above you.
So, sensing another PhD in the area, Dr. Bostwick will say, "Oh!" In your mind, you'll hear, "Dr. Australia, how wonderful of you to join us. One moment, please." And then he's going to do the Henry Cavill like arms, like locking his arms. This is his custom micro rig, by the way. This is what he does. Is he literally like shotgun checks his forearms, and you see like these centrifuges just spinning around his forearms. And then in your mind, Rafe, you'll hear, this will be a tiny prick. No reason to be afraid. And I'm going to inject you with
air
booster.
Air.
So you get a +2 bonus to your skill check. So I think that's going to help your trick attack, right?
Oh yeah, that definitely.
Yeah,
thanks.
So I'll do that. So you take a +2, and then I will and let me get a closer look at this louse thing here. And I'll step up so that if it attacks me, and you're not.
There you go. You're giant freaking bear.
Come here, little lousy. Let me look at you. Oh, what a... Oh, is it mating season? Oh, another mouse around here.
And that's his turn.
All right. The gremlin's like, ow! Ah, I gotta get out of here! And it looks at both Blim Blam and Fruit. I'm gonna... 1, 2, and 3 is Fruit. 4, 5, 6 is Blim Blam. Fruit, it looks at you, and it like squats down and starts like, concentrating again. As it does
Oh,
so,
no.
let's see this. Oh my god! I need you.
Oh
It's
my
casting
God,
fear on
what?
you. It's casting fear on you.
no.
So let's see. You must succeed at a will saving throw, or be
A
frightened.
will saving throw. Okay.
Yes. So
And this is a mind effect.
and the DC.
Hold on. I will say, if he casts that spell, both of them get an attack of opportunity before the spell goes off.
All right, do it. Do it. Thank
Maybe
you,
it's
Aaron.
Do it.
Thank you. You're right.
And if-
because if you cast a spell at
Yeah,
melee,
cast a
you're right.
melee.
You're correct.
All right.
That is
So-
very rude.
He just gets down. He squats and he starts. Oh
No.
crap! That hits. 19. Yeah, that's a hit. Roll your damage, please. And an 8
Ooh.
does not hit. 9 damage. That's a lot of damage, Blim Blam. With a
I
long
stabbed him in
sword.
the stupid face. You get that poopy face off your face. What are you doing?
All right, now he's gonna cast fear on you. So it's
Okay.
DC is 14.
Okay. Question: Is this is mind affecting, right?
Yep.
Okay. I get a +2 because I have limited plant benefits.
Okay. Okay.
Because I'm a plant. All right. So we're just gonna add 2. Oh, can I add 2 here? Oh, I can. Nice. +2.
Make your will save.
Oh.
All right.
It's actually in the thingy.
Oh. All right. So you are frightened for 1d4 rounds. Let's do that now. 4 rounds. Let's click on frightened. And what does that do?
What does that even
You flee
do?
from the source of your fear as best you can. If you're unable to flee, you instead fight. You take a -2 penalty to ability checks, attack rolls, saving rolls, and skill checks. You can use special abilities, including spells, to flee. You must use such means if they are available.
This is called frightened, right?
Yeah, you're frightened. That's the condition
Okay, I'll
you have.
click it on my. Yeah, I'll click it on the modifier.
So you just gotta run. That's it. Just bah! If you succeeded at your save, then you would be shaken for 1 round, but you failed, so you're just gonna flee when this goblin just squats down and starts like, looks like he's gonna take a poop, and then you're like, and you run away.
Mm.
Of course, when you run away, if it has a natural attack or a weapon in its hand, it gets to attack.
It does.
you.
It can bite. It can bite at you as you run away.
Come on.
Oh no.
That's
Is it gonna
crazy
stay there?
Starfinder rules.
Hmm?
Is it staying there?
Yeah, it's not. It can't move.
Okay.
Well, it can move, but it doesn't want to get hit by Blim Blam again with his longsword.
Well, he's only got 1 attack of opportunity, so
It's true.
he can actually move now without getting
Well,
attacked.
I missed you with my 8. I'm assuming to bite you.
Was that a me?
That was at you. My attack
Oh
roll.
my
I rolled
God,
an
I'm
8.
offended. No, it doesn't me.
All right, and then it slips out through the crack in the wall. Yeah. I'm out of here.
Private Blim Blam, you've got to get after him.
The louse is next. The louse, seeing this big giant bear and sensing that its friend who summoned it, Flea, is gonna just kind of like
young. Yes.
crawl down and just attack you.
What a fascinating creature. Let me get close and look right in here.
What does the louse do? Let's see here.
Barrington Bostwick. Dr. Barrington Bostwick, that is. Beastwick Mythos. Doctor.
Are you holding anything?
Well, I guess you might say I have my spear stick that I just injected Reef with. Yes.
What is the hardness on that?
Oh, more than you can do anything to, of course.
What is the hardness on your staff?
It's very. Don't ask about how hard my staff is. It's a family show.
You fell right into that.
Two hardness of 2.
All right, so it climbs down on your staff and it just starts kind of consuming it. Its little mandibles just start chewing and it starts biting away a piece of it and it starts eating your staff.
On a very hard staff.
It deals 1 damage per minute to an object it's consuming. So it's slowly eating away at your staff.
Digesting it? Oh, wow.
I sure hope we can kill this in 10 rounds. when it will actually do something to it.
Yes. All right. Oh boy, thank you.
We're having fun.
That is fun. It is good, clean fun. Yeah, that's all it's gonna do for this round. It's gonna start eating your staff, consuming it.
Wow.
Gross. Okay, Rafe, over to you.
Okay, so I'm going to do my trick attack as part of my full action. I'm going to move so that the louse is not getting any cover bonus from Dr. Boswick's giant form. Then I'll make my survival check, see if I can get the trick shot off on him. And that was a +2.
That's true. For the next 3 rounds, you have that bonus.
Got a 24. I'm assuming that's better than its CR +20.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. So with my las pistol, or my azimuth laser pistol, I should say. So it's flat-footed, so its AC is 2 lower against this attack.
Okay. I'll put flat-footed condition on it.
21 hit.
Yes, that hits. It's a
All
freaking
right.
flea. Yeah, it hits. It's a 21 hit.
For 6 points of fire damage.
6 points of fire
6.
damage. Yeah, okay. That does some damage. That hurts it. It kind of shrivels and winces and curls up a little bit, but continues just to bite away, eat at this staff slowly. Very slowly. And that's it for all your attacks?
Yep, that's it. That was full round.
All right, Fruit Buddy, you're running.
All right, Fruit will look at Blim Blam with fear in his eyes. They're trying to eat my children. I gotta get out of here, man. And he's just
He ate
gonna
your
run.
children? That son of a...
He's gonna like try and hide. I guess he'll maybe just like try and hide behind here and get out of line of sight of everything.
'Kay.
And that's his turn, right? And
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I'll do that for 3 more rounds if you need to ask me. next
Yeah, if you
time.
guys need anything, I'll be running.
I'll go get a drink.
All right, Blim Blam, over to you. You crawled through this hole. You could follow it through.
That's what I'm going to do. First he makes the poopy face, then he makes my friend run, then he eats his babies. That's very rude. I do not like it. I'm going to go stab him.
All right, I think I need to pull your token through the hole because there is actually no hole in the map itself. So boom, you're on the outside now.
Okay. Do I have enough movement to get up to it? I'm not sure how
Yeah.
much faster it moves.
Yeah, you have enough movement to close in
Okay.
on it. It's pretty slow.
I'll close in on it. And then I'll try to stab it.
It turns out, oh
That's why I don't know.
I love your guys'
Oh
no! Oh
voices
my god, yes,
so
the
much.
17 hits.
Get rid of him.
Nice.
How much damage are you gonna do to this thing? No,
I'm a Blim Blam.
No! Alright, how do you kill this thing with your long sword?
I tell him you're a very bad little gremlin. I mean, he's shoving the sword in his mouth. Where's the children? Give me the child back.
He's just digging into his mouth, pulling his tongue out, thinking he's going to find one of Fruit's pollen seeds.
I don't think he ate your baby. I'm very sorry. I thought you ate the baby. That makes me very angry. Oh, I did not catch and release. I have really screwed up.
All right, Zenny, over to you. So you can hear some commotion over to the west of you. You can hear Blim Blam talking, and you hear another little voice shout out, "No, don't kill me!"
And yeah, I'm gonna try and move because I would assume that I would see these guys.
Yeah, you could see them from where you're at for sure.
See if this works. Maybe? I'm trying to move. There we go. Try this. Alas. So I move 30 feet towards Blim Blam, and in your head, Blim Blam, you'll hear, "No! Don't!" And then, of course, you see that he's killed, so I'm just disappointed.
Oh yeah, because you wanted it alive. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, disappointed is so harsh.
Damn it, Blim Blam. All right, so I think that takes us back to the top of the turn order. Let me go back here. Spare sheet 5, you're up.
Oh, I didn't change it yet.
I changed it because it's already in the tracker.
I know.
I changed everybody's, so you won't be
Yeah.
Jeff and Aaron and Megan going forward, and spare sheet 5 going forward.
So the gremlin thing,
Dead.
which is dead.
There's
And
just
that
a
is
big
not the thing
giant
we wanted to
flea.
Okay, so am I still? Because I stealth. I'm not. I guess I'm hidden still technically. So...
Technically, yeah. Nobody's turned around to see you. You can see Fruit is freaking out and running in your direction.
Get out of
Okay.
Never
here!
get a better
It's gonna
time.
blow.
You'll never have a better time to take out Evan.
Oh my god. No.
Empty syringe. Empty syringe.
Oh my god. I'm like, who should I use the sedative on?
Fruit
Could I
is
use the
freaking
sedative to
out.
calm down Fruit so they stop fearing?
Yeah, you could. Well, knock them out. Like, what does it do?
It says a sedative. It does 1d4 non-lethal damage.
Okay.
When suffering from an emotion or fear effect that allows a saving throw to negate it, you can take or be injected with a sedative that prevents you immediately attempt a new saving throw with a bonus equal to the sedative's tier. So that actually would actually help.
You still have to hurt me though.
It's
non-lethal.
Yeah,
And it goes to
non-lethal.
your stamina. You'll get your stamina back.
It's the injection, you
Right?
know? Injections hurt.
This
Yeah,
is
they
for
do.
like a normal sized person. I'm only 4 pounds.
What? I'm sure you got more stamina than that.
Just-
You're
The giant syringe hitting him right in his gourd head.
you've
Oh
got
my.
more than
So
enough stamina.
I would say that I could should I wait until you go past? No, I'll just shoot you now. I'll shoot you now. With
You just
it.
like
Do you
pop out in front of Fruit and just shoot.
Yeah, I'm like they need some medication.
He does like the really dramatic, like holds the syringe in his chest. Oh, they got me! And lays against the little silo.
Do I need to roll to actually hit them or no?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Needle or rifle.
I'm gonna say
attack.
Fruit is like acting like erratic right now, freaking out, just trying to get out of there as fast as possible. So yeah, you roll to hit Fruit.
Do you have injection expert?
I don't know what that is.
It might just be a bio. Yeah,
It's a
it might
biohack
just be a
thing, yeah.
biohacker thing.
All my feats went into skill focus and synergy, so my I have really good skills. My medicine is a 10, so it's like I just went in hard into that stuff. But for this attack, since I'm hidden, do I get a bonus for being hidden? For them being unaware?
No,
Okay.
just shoot.
Wow.
A 22
Oh, you
hits. That's a
crit me.
that's
You got
a
a critical.
that's a crit. That's a
It's
critical
double
hit.
damage, right?
Double.
dead.
It's
You know-
it's
Non-lethal.
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 This is it.
It's not
It's
gonna.
just-
Listen, to a 4-pound.
I actually kill Evan again. Holy crap! Could you have? Oh my. So it does a D4. I guess that means it does.
2d4.
Could we have it just that it does the beneficial effect? It gives hit. Let's.
No,
Evan
you
do
crit me.
two
Nope.
Do
saving
the
throws?
crit. There should be an option for crit damage. Do the crit.
Oh damn! All right. Well, it's the sedative, not my gun, right? Or is it?
It's the gun.
It's the gun.
D4.
Oh.
So it's
Okay.
2d4 plus any bonuses you have to your
Okay.
your
'Cause
range
the-
damage.
He
Right,
won't
is it
have any
D4?
yet. He won't have any bonuses until third
No.
level.
Okay.
All
So right, it's a
critical. Oh, there
d4,
it
so
is.
2d4. Oh, 10.
Uh,
oh,
so-
2d6.
So the rifle. That's why I asked. Is it the rifle or the sedative that I'm doing the damage for? Because that's the sedative is the. Yeah. So I need to. I'll just do this then. So there's no like thing for it.
4.
There. 4. I don't know why I'm now Jeff.
You're now Jeff.
I'm Jeff.
All right, Jeff.
All right. So that's
All right,
better.
so 4 damage
Much better.
to your
4
stamina.
damage. And you get to immediately make a new saving throw.
At a plus.
2.
But was
Oh,
it the
Plus 1. Plus 1 tier.
+1.
It was
Yeah.
your
The
tier
plus
level.
one.
And
Yeah.
Frighten
Okay,
gave you
Will-
-2, didn't it? Frighten gave you
Yeah.
-2 to everything.
Yeah, so I just get a +1 out of it. Okay.
Oh god.
Oh, you're good. You snap out of it. You see a familiar face. You see Dr. Estrania with a needle gun. What a welcome sight. And they shoot you.
I'm like, there you go, friend.
Oh!
You're better now. He can stop. He should start feeling more calm in about a moment.
I'm in so much pain.
I'm sorry about that. It was the only way I could think to do it.
All right.
I will. Should I guess I'm in a good spot. I guess I'll just. I assume it's an action to have to like reload and that's all that sort of stuff. So
yeah,
I'll just hang tight. Because there's no other bad things in this.
No, the gremlin's
right?
dead, and this louse was the only other thing.
Oh, I'll go to the gremlin. That's where I'll move. I'll move to where the gremlin's body is, or at least start moving.
He's outside.
Oh, it's outside.
He's over here.
Where?
Down.
Oh wow.
Over by
okay.
Blim Blam, the other side of the building.
Okay. Well then, yeah. I'm good. I'll move in. Is what I'll do. Yeah, I'll just go do.
Okay.
So I can get closer, and I'll pull out my syringe stick since my gun I assume that it only has one shot. But oh no, it has 12 capacity. Never mind.
12. All right.
Awesome. Sweet.
So now it's off to Dr. Bostwick, who has this flea on its staff.
Excuse me. That is very rude. Oh my goodness. I'm a very cleanly man.
Hey, well, Dr. Boswick's gonna go ahead and he's gonna shotgun his forearm once more. The centrifuge will start spinning. Is it literally stuck on top of the stick, or is it just like trying to bite it every now and then?
It's on it.
I can still use it to attack him or something, right?
Well, it's like clinging onto it and just kind of like chewing. Like think about an ant on a stick or something like that. Or a spider, like wrapped its legs around there, and it's like biting and chewing away and eating the staff.
It's terrible. I pick it up and eat it like it's a shish kebab.
He's still flat-footed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just inject it, which I should be able to do anyway, with an inhibitor. So I basically just attempt to attack.
Okay.
I'm just gonna use my spear. I don't have any bonuses, so I'm just gonna use the spear. So that's what's gonna show up as. So this is gonna be. He says it's flat-footed. Do I put that in my situational bonus, or is that?
No, that's Matt.
That's on his side. Okay.
Yeah, it's -2 to their armor class.
18 against flat-foot.
That is a hit.
Okay, so I will say to Rave, like,
oh, I see you enjoy fire. It is. I have warned Ray at its fiery defenses. It shall be much more vulnerable to your attacks.
So this inhibitor, basically, if the creature, so it's gonna. Does he have any resistance to fire? If he does, then that's gone. Yeah.
This really strong creature.
Nope.
Okay, so he is now vulnerable to fire damage. So
burn me, shoot it with fire.
Like 150% damage, like 50% on top of something like that.
Yep. Okay.
Holy moly!
All right, it is the louse's turn.
I wonder what it's gonna do.
It's gonna hop off the staff and onto Bostwick and try to bite him.
Oh, what?
How rude!
Where's its attack?
No,
it's
get off me!
Puny little bite attack.
You seem so disappointed.
Does a 25 hit you?
No, it does not. Much too high. Much too high.
For 2 whole damage.
Oh God. Oh. Goodness.
All right, it's like sitting on your shoulder at this point.
I haven't been bit like that since the moons around Verses.
Rafe, over to you.
So I line up my trick attack, using the environment to draw its attention and blind its eyes or something to that effect. Hopefully, if we get the survival check, it's still at a +2, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, and it's still flat-footed, is it not?
No, because it's my turn again.
Oh, and if it's turn.
Yeah.
Oh well, 28 hits.
Rocks.
Well, that's my trick. So the trick attack is effective. So now it's flat-footed again.
Okay.
Now I will attack with my laser pistol.
Oh my.
4 does not hit.
I will use my reroll from Pat. Thank you, Pat. And I will shoot again.
All right.
How about a 21?
Yep.
All right, for some damage, plus 1d4.
And it's vulnerable to your damage.
Okay, that's plus 1d.
Kill this louse. Actually has a decent amount of hit points. Bottom 3.
Oh my god. That's terrible.
All right, so you hit it, and it's like kind of winces, and it looks over at you, and then it goes back to trying to chew on Dr. Bostwick.
That's the problem with first level operatives. You might get that trick attack, but you're not going to do a lot of damage.
So it should take 4 damage because the vulnerability should be 50% of what you did. So
Okay. It's still alive.
3, 1, so it's 4.
Fruit, you've snapped out of it. And
Yeah, Fruit
You're
is like
Little
that.
needle in you.
Yeah, trying to pull out the needle that's the size of him. Who thought this was a good idea? Ugh! And then he's gonna run over here and get in range, and he's gonna pull out his lightning sheath and kind of whip a lightning bolt towards the creature. I'm gonna do a full attack and attack twice since his AC's down, because that counts for EAC too, right? Or no?
I don't think you could have moved though
Can't move and do it now.
Oh, you're right.
for a full attack.
Okay, well then that's don't need to worry about that part. 14 against EAC.
Yeah, that's a hit.
3 electrical damage.
That is enough to fry this bug as you shoot it with your electrical damage, and as you do so, this bug, it all of its legs go inward, and it starts to like shake and convulse, and it pops. And as it does so, this acid-like blood sprays down on the ground and all over Dr. Bostwick, burning through the metal and burning poor Dr. Bostwick.
Oh, goodness. Oh, I saw this in a movie once, but it was far worse.
For 2 whole damage, it has caustic blood.
How fascinating. You know, this reminds me of a time I once wrestled a rhinoceros. Well, something similar to a rhinoceros. And it had caustic urine. Very, very frustrating battle.
It continues to burn if you don't leave the area, and where its body falls down on the ground of the silo, it continues to kind of eat away at the metal there.
Bostwick will step away if we're out of initiative. He will.
Yeah, what I say we get out of initiative. If you stand there just for a full round eating damage, it gets much
He'll
worse.
stand there.
It gets
and just
much
tell
worse.
Stories about his past. That's all it'll do.
All right.
This reminds me
The
of another
rhino
time.
piss.
So we'll end combat. So you have killed the gremlin and you've killed this louse, but unfortunately the silo has been damaged by these invasive creatures. But you've managed to salvage and not have to build a new silo from new. But your decision comes at a cost. So, bear with me here. So, if you chose to handle this encounter first, the damage isn't yet too severe. Maladia can easily repair it. The character's economy trait is treated as 1 higher for the purpose of undertaking projects and resolving events during your first charter turn. So that is going to be a bonus to you.
Okay.
The other one you don't. You got different bonuses depending on which one you went after.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to get you a bonus when we do our first world building session. So yes. So she runs over Maladia and she's like, "Oh my goodness, what was it? What was in here? What was causing the damage? Did you get all of them? Are you sure? What was it?"
It was a gremlin and a giant. What was it, Dr. Bostwick?
It was a louse. A louse is what it was. Yes.
What? A gremlin? Out here?
It must have come with the ship or been smuggled onto the ship to slow us down in our colonization.
Who would have done such a thing? Why would they sabotage us like that?
A rival colony, perhaps? There's only so much land to go around.
But we just landed. It seems kind of premature, doesn't it?
Perhaps it is an enemy of the dragon. Someone who does not wish a cure to be found.
We got a mole. That's the problem here.
No, we killed those already. That was over by the land.
No, like a metaphorical mole, not like.
I see. Yes.
There are medical moles. They're doctors.
No, all right. This is going nowhere.
That would be good. Think we could have 3 doctors.
Yes. Another PhD would be excellent.
Zanny, I'm very sorry. I thought that ate fruits babies. I'm sorry.
Blim blam, that will be all right.
Yeah.
Jenny's gonna like look over the gremlin to see if there's any if there's anything that might differentiate it from or figure out where it came from, who it came with, that sort of thing. I don't know what role that would be.
I think didn't Jeff roll that last time?
I thought,
Jeff. No, that's fine. It's been 2 weeks, but no, Jeff already kind of like examined it and determined, and I think he passed his roll like that. It is not natural. It is known to certain sections of space. There's no way that this thing is from here. Someone must have brought it to the planet.
Yep.
Gonna have to do an investigation.
Time for an investigation.
The doctor, do you think that the person might still be on, like, who's tried to set this up? Do you think that they're here with us, or do you think they would have just dropped these creatures into the area?
Yeah, what's particularly fascinating here is that these creatures are not known for their reticence to cause havoc. The fact that they did nothing while on the journey here suggests perhaps there's somebody within the camp who was keeping it on a tight leash and unleashed it when they reached surface. Oh, this is all speculation, of course. I'm in no way investigator, but I do have several PhDs.
I agree with your hypothesis.
Thank you, Doctor.
Doctor?
Doctor.
Oh my god. It's just going to keep going on, isn't it?
It will.
Yep.
Everyone should make it.
We see if or can Rafe see if he can pick up the tracks from the gremlin where it came from before it got to the silo? See if it can track it back to a source.
Yeah, good question. Good call. I'm just looking at the different skills.
It's a survival check.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a survival test.
That was a 21.
21. So you follow the tracks. They do, obviously, in this building, originate from the hole in the wall. That's where it entered. And you trace it back to the general buildings that have started to be constructed. But with all of the foot traffic from the colonists coming down here, you're unable to determine where exactly, pinpoint where and what building it originated from. But it definitely came from your camp.
You are right, Dr. Boswick. It is someone within the camp released it. Though I cannot tell from which building.
I mean, we could just, bring the body in front of the camp, in front of everybody. Just have everybody come out, hold up the body, say who does this belong to? Get this, read some faces, see who looks real distraught that their pet gremlin is dead.
Should we be so brazen and risk sowing distrust and discord amongst our first days with these people?
I mean, they were so brazen to release a gremlin on the first day.
Yes,
I worry not about the one who did this deed. I worry about those who are innocent. They might start to be mistrustful of their neighbor. if we handled this with more care.
But what if we don't let anybody know that it's dead? And we pretend it's still out there because maybe they got something that's trying to do to control where the gremlin goes.
Oh yeah, maybe you could like sew me inside the gremlin body, and I could control it like a zombie. You know?
Yes, I want to see this.
I got all my vines. I'll just hold it, and I'll just move around like a puppet, and you guys just.
You will be the most adorable zombie ever.
Think you can overcome your fear of the creature to be able to go inside of it?
Oh yeah, I thought it took my kids, but I double checked. They're all still here, so it's fine. It's all
I
right.
took around its throat very thoroughly.
So you want to climb inside of it?
Oh, I don't know.
Like
what
Final
that
Space.
What are you're wearing it like a puppet? It's body.
They said they want to keep it alive.
Things went really
What,
weird.
what are you doing with
Gremlin
this
skin
thing?
suit.
Yeah, what are you doing with this gremlin?
I don't know.
Okay, but you don't want to let it out that it's dead. You want whoever brought it here to think that it's still running amok of your colony.
Right, and then when the time strikes, I will go inside the gremlin and go move it around.
Okay. Okay.
Regardless of decomposition, right?
No, we'll preserve it. It's fine.
Fair.
With what? Anyway, why have we been asking this?
Drugs. Oh yeah.
We have doctors for that.
Yeah.
Thought
This
these
is
things
true.
smell bad on the
So
outside.
use some formaldehyde?
Okay, so we're coming up at the close of the day. I think, Rafe, you kind of went and explored the forest earlier today, and others ventured in there, and some others, maybe some of the other PCs did as well. And there wasn't much signs of activity, but as the day went on, and the noise and the rumbling of ships landing and all that let up, and things got a little quieter, some people did go into the forest on your hex there that you decided to make your colony spot, and they did a little bit more looking around, and it looks like you have an overabundance of vegetation growing in this nearby forest. There is small fruits and berries growing almost everywhere, and from what has been determined, they are edible. So you do have a food source, not nothing major will help you and keep your colony going, but there is fruits and berries here, and a bounteous sustenance. And there are also tall trees that shelter edible fungi, similar almost to truffles, Evan.
Oh.
And natural
Nice.
springs are also plentiful and provide fresh water in this hex. And there is also
Sounds-
several game and large predators you found tracks for in the forest around you.
Sounds like I might be able to cross pollinate. Make some new Raxalites.
The Truffle King returns.
The Truffle King.
Well, at least the colony will have plenty of food.
Should we maybe go track down the predator or just leave it be?
We should not disrupt the ecosystem unless the predator becomes a problem.
Okay.
Predators, plural. Large predators. By their footprints, paw prints,
Is there-
hoof prints.
Is there anything Dr. Bostwick has an expert on life sciences? He could deduce, perhaps just from the various tracts and other leavings, something that might give us more information about what type of predator, other things.
From their scat.
Yes, I am not shy about going full hog into some scat.
You're a scat
we heard-
man.
We heard your story about the rhino urine, so we understand you're very
Oh,
into.
yes. What a wonderful adventure that was. Oh, very sweet rhinoceros. Yes. We had
Bowel
hot
movements,
teeth
you're really
afterward.
into that.
Yeah, go ahead, make me a roll. The tracks are alien to you. You've not seen things like them. They are somewhat similar, but any creature that you discover or encounter on this planet will be new to you. But go ahead, make me your life science roll, please.
That would be a 23.
23. There are some small paw prints here and there. They look almost canine in nature, and they leave almost like a burn in the grass surrounding their paw prints.
Oh, well, this
So
is
it's
fascinating.
singed and blackened. You also see one set of very, very, very large clawed paw prints, almost similar to those of a bear, if you will, but the claws on them are insanely long. You've never seen claws this long on any sorts of species of bear you've ever encountered.
Fascinating.
So there's two different.
Yes,
predators.
two different.
We have a canine creature that seems to resemble hellhounds on Akiton. The paw prints suggest some sort of inferno-like exoskeleton burning away at the vegetation. And this other seems to be like a non-uplifted cousin of my species. However, its digits seem to be a bit longer. How curious. I wonder for what reason reaching prey that has climbed up into the trees, perhaps. Oh, I would very much like to meet this creature.
Like
Well,
now or
Oh, well,
Are you also trying to mate?
me? Oh, no, I'm far too
Fruit,
old for
fruit
children.
is wanting to make babies. Maybe you want to make bear babies.
No. My baby making days are behind me. Privately them.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, shall you call it a night? Your first night here on Way Down to 4. Do you remember what you named your colony?
you?
Aaron
Hope?
came up with it, I think.
I
Aaron-
thought New Hope. Is
No,
that
it
right?
wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't New Hope.
Hope of something. Dragon's Hope. Drake's Hope.
Drake's Hope.
There you go. I got
Drake's
there.
Landing.
Big job.
Oh, is that
Nice.
right?
Drake
just making that up?
I think Drake was in it.
Drake was in it.
Yeah.
I gotta go back. It's been so long ago. I've got to find
know.
those notes.
I've got a
Notes.
bunch of books lying around me, and I can't find the one that had it in there. It was Drake something, though.
I thought it was Hope because we were talking about the cure. Hope for the cure.
I
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think Drake's Hope was it.
That
Yeah,
does
I think
sound
so.
right.
Yeah.
So your first night in Drake's Hope. You guys want to do like shifts or anything like that? Like, remember, you're sleeping in the what was it? The bridge of your ship. That's where you're going to be spending your first couple nights. So it's not like you're out in the stars, out in the wilderness. You're actually everybody's in shelters, so you don't necessarily need to stay up if you don't want to. Is it something you guys are interested in? Do you want to keep watches?
Yeah,
Those large
Fruit
predators.
wants to like kind of mingle with the other people to see if he can hear about the gremlin. Like he wants to try and just like kind of ask, like talk, like small talk, and just see what people say about.
Just want to
certain
like
stuff.
walk up and be like, "Hey, so how about them gremlins?"
Rafe would be just doing a circuit around the colony.
But I can just
for at least a while.
There
Yeah,
are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 other people here with you on top of the 6 of you. Is there... I know you don't know all the NPCs. I should share you guys a list of the NPCs so you're aware who they all are and what they do in the colony. But you just want to kind of mingle and just kind of talk to everybody, see how their day went, their first day here, and how they're feeling, sort of
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
And if they like noticed
Yeah.
anything weird or different, I don't. It doesn't have to be like RP. He can just roll and see what he gets. But
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like small talk, and
Gotcha. You're just going to walk around and tuck everybody in for the night?
that's right. You know.
So what are you using, like
Everybody needs-
diplomacy? Or
yeah,
what
some
do you...
diplomacy. Yeah, I'm being a straight shooter.
Is that what you're going for here? Like, what do you...
Yeah, I'm not lying. I'm
All
just
right,
talking.
all
I'm
right.
just
You're
talking
you're one of
all-
the charter leaders. Okay, I get it.
That's
All
right.
Make
See how
me-
the first day was.
Make me a roll.
Everybody wants to be tucked to bed by a 1
Fruit.
foot plant.
Nope. All right. Yeah, so you make the rounds, and there's general unease in the camp after the mole attack, firstly. Now, everybody sees the silo leaning on its side. And they heard the shouting from there, and they're like, "My God, like what happened at the silo?" They ask you when you kind of come around, like, "What went on there?"
Oh, it's just some local creatures just messing with it.
Local creatures. Well, are we sure they're gone? Are they the moles again?
Oh no, they're definitely gone.
Well,
Blim Blam was like stabbing them to death. It's good.
okay. Well, what about the electricity plant? What happened over there? I heard Gavin was found face down in the dirt and was passed out. Did you make your way over there? Did you find out what happened to him?
We tried, and then the sun went down, and we just kind of lost track of time. We had to get dinner, and then we eventually went over there, and yeah, we totally saw that he was face down.
Well, what's happening at the power station? Do you know? I heard it's going to be offline for a few days. And
That's
Gavin, he's in
true,
terrible
yep.
shape. Did you go check in on him?
Yep, that's what I send the doctors to go do. Yep, that's what I did.
That's what Dr. Estrania is on their way to do.
So a lot of people have a lot of questions. They're like, well, what's our next step? What are you going to do? We need to start branching out before the other charters start taking up land. Are we going to get on that right away?
Yeah, we're gonna go secure a water source. I didn't realize
Okay.
this conversation was gonna go like this.
Did you see that? Did you see that strange stone spire to the southeast of here? Well, of course you have. You can't miss it. Are you going to head there tomorrow and check it
Oh,
out?
maybe that's a great idea. I'll just put it on the map right there. Stone Spire, hex number 2.
Okay, great. Well, let us know what you find. This kind of like
please.
this like summing up like
Yeah.
conversations of multiple people. They're just kind of like uneasy. They're unsure of what's going on. So it's a lot of answering questions and just reassuring people that everything's okay. And yeah.
Yeah, I guess I will.
The majority of people do kind of stand out as like weird because everybody's kind of vibing off of the things that have happened today with the attacks, and there's even rumors now of prints of large predators in the forest. Like, are we sure we can handle what's out there?
Well,
You're
I
like,
will,
no offense, Fruit, but you're only like a foot and a half tall. Like, can you handle what's out there? We heard the paw prints were the size of
Okay,
two
but
hands.
I don't know how tall you are. I can't do math that high. But I'll tell you something right now. I will cut you down to my height. All right. You better not say anything about
no offense,
me again.
no offense, Fruit, no offense.
You can't say no offense after the fact you offended somebody. That's not how it works.
Yeah, you
All
say
right.
you're sorry.
So, we're sorry. Okay, so you make your way around. Everybody kind of stands out for some reason or another to you, and they're all uneasy about this whole venture. But they seem confident in all of your leadership skills, all 6 of you. And they want to help your poor patron out and find a cure for their mate.
Yeah. Well, I will go to the doctor's den to find either doctor to inform them that there's somebody injured, and I'm not sure if anyone has taken care of him. I don't know if either of you are there, both of you there.
Oh, that sounds like a Dr. Estrania situation. As a medical doctor, much more suited to her task.
Oh, sorry, got confused with all your PhDs. Couldn't keep them all straight. All right, I'll head that way.
That's a very common problem, I've noticed. Yes.
Yeah, maybe you need like some sort of sign or something.
In my previous lab coat, I did have patches, much like old race car drivers, to indicate all of the PhDs I've acquired during my long life. But
I see.
It proved a bit distracting to folks, so I went back to a pure white, much more comforting.
All right, good talk. And he'll head
Talk
over
with you
to-
too. Don't let that height talk get you down.
Oh, you weren't there.
Down.
He'll go to the other Dr. Strania and be like, all right, so word on the street is somebody is like dead or something at the electric plant. So I think we should probably go see either A, if they've been brought back, or B, if we need to go get them. Because I basically lied to everybody, said, oh, yeah, we totally took care of that.
Sounds like a decent plan. But first, most importantly, how is your chest doing?
I got to say something. I feel like you should maybe get syringes for my size, because what you shot me with was the size of me. It literally knocked the wind out of my chest.
Well, yes, I will look into finding smaller syringes. If you come across any, let me know.
Oh yeah,
will
I'm sure.
stock up.
I'm sure there's plenty on this place right here. Yeah, plenty of just small syringes everywhere.
Exactly. She says, and then she's like, but where? Point in, lead me to where the body is.
Yeah, so I guess we'll check to see because they were saying that Gavin was brought back or not.
Gavin was brought back.
Okay.
We'll say someone let you know that Nahamel Tana, who is the sanitation officer for your settlement, was the one who located and found Gavin face down. Gavin was the one who called you also, found him face down at the power station, and was able to found that he was only unconscious, but brought him back to the camp. And there was rumors of movement in the bushes near the power station, electrical power station, but nobody was brave enough to poke around there. And it is now like nighttime. It's dusk, so nobody's gonna want to go messing around in the bushes over there. So, but yeah, Gavin was picked up by Nahamel Tana, your sanitation officer, your friendly sanitation officer.
Man, I want that position.
Do you?
Sounds kind of cool. Yeah, so I guess I'll take Dr. Estrania to where Gavin is and then see if Nahamel's there and we can kind of talk to them.
Sure. So you go
if they
you guys can go to Gavin's quarters where he's staying, his makeshift quarters. You knock on the door and it is answered by your expedition doctor, Lashu, who is a
I say as I see him.
Osharu is their race. Osharu. If anybody knows off the top of the head what that is, because there's so many aliens. Oh, it's a snail?
It's snails?
Oh my!
Well, they're slugs.
It is.
They're,
all right.
They're basically
So
the Naboo from or the underwater. What are they? The underwater species from
The Gungans?
Phantom Menace? Gungans. That's it. That's basically what they are.
they're
Yeah,
good.
they're snails without a shell or slugs.
They're
yeah.
basic. Yeah, I almost played one. That was one of the ones.
All right. So there is a large, Asharu standing there that answers the door. They are the expedition's doctor and spiritual advisor when necessary. So their combination of magic, herbal remedies, and high-tech medicine serves the settlers on the frontier well. So they greet you. They say, hello. Gavin was injured in his job. Some sort of electrical burns, and he was found passed out.
Is he all right? Did you mend him up, or he needs some extra treatment? Because we got doctors aplenty apparently everywhere here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that if I'm basically asked, may I see them and make my own assessment?
They step aside and they or just kind of slither aside and leave a trail of slime behind them, and to like as an opening or a gesture for you to go over there and investigate the patient.
Thank you, doctor, and
Doctor.
Doc Wolf.
If you want to make a medicine roll, you can assess the patient if you'd like.
Okay, you got it. My medicine is super great. Oh, right. I have my doctor's coat on.
15. All right. Gavin, by the way, is a male dwarf. So we have a classic fantasy race here being played. So Gavin is breathing. Gavin's conscious, but is currently sleeping. It looks like there appears to be electrical burns around his chest, and that's what must have caused him to pass out. But like I said, he's currently out. He's not talking at the moment. He might be able to fill you in later when he's awake. But Dr. Lashu recommends that he gets his rest for now.
Could I do, since I'm like medical professional, could I do some sort of my like team knowledge? Just like get anything, if there's something that they might have missed, the slug person.
I'm gonna say with your 15, no. Like same assessment. Like the two of you kind of talk about your findings and you come to the same conclusion. Your 15, you passed. You've uncovered everything.
Cool.
But you don't know what would have caused this. If it was like an electrical accident or something else.
Do I would also try to get the information of like who brought them in, sort of deal.
They
said
said Nahamaltana.
Okay.
Your male Karasha Ishunta.
Do we know exactly where the body was found? Should we be checking that area out?
Lashu says he was found face
fruit.
face down at the power station. I believe it was one of the distress calls you received earlier tonight, says the doctor. But others went there and they attended the situation. There is damage to the power station itself. It's going to take a few days once Gavin's back up and feeling better to get it repaired. So electrical outages are going to be intermittent and expect for the next little while. But thankfully Gavin's alive, they say.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah. All right. Well,
yeah, what she said. What they said.
Great. Wonderful. Dr. Stranian would go to get a fruit and be like, since we're at we're here in the lab, do you want any treatment in case you still have any pain from my needle shot?
I think I'm gonna pass, but maybe next time when I'm not feeling so gun shy around your needles, I'll.
Well, and she pulls. She's like, I have an injection stick, to use, but you were too far away at that point in time to.
That's 3 times my size. It's not making me feel any better.
Perhaps I can engineer up some small.
Yeah, maybe one day.
One day we will put that on the R&D list. And I imagine if that's all our findings, then we would head out from there. And I would probably actually ask if there's anyone else that's been in need of medical assistance, from the settlers in general, and make sure that I
sure
handle anything that needs to be offloaded for our fine slug doctor.
Lashu lets you know that nothing out of the ordinary, bangs and scrapes here and there. They've come to them throughout the day as they've been setting things up, but nothing serious. This is the most severe of any of the injuries or medical attention that they've had to provide.
Let's hopefully keep it that way, that there's nothing worse that happens.
Yes, indeed, Doctor.
Doctor? I leave.
All right, you guys really got to knock that off.
But we're doctors. We like to announce there's no one else.
We get it. You're really not that special. We're on a freaking planet with nothing here.
With nothing but doctors? Everybody's got a doctorate here.
All right, I'm going to go get Zinni and we'll take first watch and we can go in pairs. And that way in case some big monsters come at night or something.
Okay. Cool. So you settle down for the night. You take your watch. Who do you wake up after your watch?
I will do. Well, I'm splitting up the doctors. So Blim Blam and Dr. Astrania.
Why are you breaking up the doctors?
Because they're gonna go doctor
all night long.
I'll watch.
And honestly,
I'll watch.
we probably would. Yeah. And then the whole entire colony would get run over by
exactly. They would be too busy.
It's really unfair criticism.
Yeah. True.
All right. You all
perception.
Take turns breaking up the doctors, ensuring that no doctors are spend any time together throughout the night, and it is uneventful. You hear some sounds. Movement and things like that in the forest, but nothing appears and makes itself visible in your camp throughout the night. And it's very uneventful. Come dawn, settlers start waking up, wandering around, planning, figuring out their day, what they're going to do next. And, people keep coming over to you, the charter leaders, asking, like, well, okay, where are we expanding? Where are we going? We're going to begin? We got to get on it before the other companies and corporations start taking over land.
Do not fear. We are headed out this morning to expand our borders.
Okay, good. Where are you going first?
Did they listen to anything I said last night?
They don't. They're not too sure about you, Fruit.
We are heading
Wow.
south. We will secure water and we will investigate the
Okay.
mountains.
Yes.
Oh, what about that? What about that stone spire? That big spike we can see from here.
It's
That
on
is-
the way to the water.
So to the
Come on, guys.
to the southeast, I'll ping it on the map. That hex there, you can see this massive giant. Like it can be seen. This thing is miles and miles and miles away, and you can see the peak of this stone spire just like climbing up into the sky. And it from here, it looks like organic, but there's nothing else around here that is a natural formation like that. Like it really, really, really sticks out. And it's kind of got everybody on edge. Like, what is that? It's like really close to our camp. Can you please go look at it? Can you please find out what's going on there? There's a lot of the chatter.
But we need water and we need borders because doctors without borders are going to have problems.
We shall go to the spire and we will go to the river after we check out the spire. If this is the will of the colony.
But people thank you. Yes, please, please.
This is ridiculous. Fruit walks off.
By Caden's graces, we will investigate. No need to worry. I good people. And Zenny will just walk off in the direction of the spire.
You're just gonna...
What a powerful speaker. Every time it gets me right here.
I love
Rafe makes sure that he has provisions for several days overland and heads after his associates.
All right.
Wandering off to the southeast.
So each hex is 12 miles, as we discussed last time, and this is like plains or prairies that you're going to wander into. So you can cover a hex in a day, but when you start getting into mountains, it's going to start taking you longer or dense forest to get into those types of terrains. So there are rules against the different terrain types and how many hexes and space you can move, and it's based off movement. We'll get into that. You're going into a nice clear one today, so this is going to take you. This is essentially going to eat up a whole day for you to go down there and investigate this. So you travel, you start heading to the southeast, and you start taking in the sights and the sounds. There are strange insects flying around in the sky. Land on you as you're heading your way there, and you make note and you chronicle these things and strange vegetation you encounter along the way. And you see little critters like popping up out of holes in the ground, not moles or anything like that, almost like prairie dog type creatures watching you curiously as you walk by and venture off into this prairie. And you're in the foothills, the rolling foothills off the mountains, but it is prairie terrain that you're going through. But as the day goes on, you get nearer and nearer to this big stone needle jutting out of the ground, and you get close to this thing, and the closer you get, it just clicks how big this thing is. It probably is 200 feet tall as you get closer and you gauge. And you make your way there. It is on a scrub-covered hill with a river to the south of it. And when you start kind of walking around this pillar or this needle, it's easily 20 feet in diameter and shoots 200 feet into the air. And this, looking at it, it does not seem like a natural formation. Like I said, there's nothing else here that you can see that looks like this on this planet. Like it must have been built or placed here by someone or something. Everybody who wants can make a physical science check as you start examining this stone needle piercing the sky.
Sure, I can try.
Indeed, I would like to do such a thing.
I don't have a skill in it, so I will not. Instead, can I just do a perception and keep an eye out while the doctors are
keep
doing
watch.
their work?
Yeah.
I'm going to look it.
Fruit, you're close. It's a DC of 15. You're close, Fruit.
Oops.
You're off by one.
Damn it!
I rolled
Oh!
so low.
You do have rerolls from Pat?
Yeah.
We all have one.
Everybody got one.
That's what?
You guys should use it. I'm the worst.
Is that like
So-
the resolve?
No, you got a free reroll that was bought in the chat.
I'll burn mine for physical
Oh.
science. I'll burn mine. If you said it's DC 15, I'll burn mine.
Do it up.
Yeah, DC 15. Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Maydan is with us.
So you examine this thing, and you see that it is obviously out of place. This does not belong here. It consists of a pale gray granite fleckled with shimmering mica. But the limestone dominates the area, lacks any of these qualities. So the stone is not from here. It's not like someone built this from stone in the area. And its composition indicates that the pillar, well, was possibly transported whole or built here by materials. But they're obviously from foreign to this area. The other thing you notice, there are scratches all over the base of this pillar. And upon closer examination, Dr. Bostwick, as you're looking at this, there appears to be weathered runes rather than scratches all over it.
Fascinating.
Anyone who wants to make a DC 16 mysticism roll can try to figure out what's going on with these runes. Runes, sorry, not ruins, runes.
Oh,
fruit!
Hey, let me tell you about these ruins real quick.
Runes. Runes. R-U-N-S.
No,
R-U-N-E-S.
these ruins. I'm not a doctor, okay?
So it appears these carvings are somehow related to earth, magic, and transmutation. And they're decades, possibly centuries old. They're an enigma for now. You don't know who made them.
No, I know who made them.
Or what they mean exactly. But you log these. You can take pictures of them with your data pads and bring it back. Maybe talk to someone at the camp. They might be able to help you out. Maybe decipher or learn more about this. But yeah, that's, you walk around, you look at the area, you stake your claim on this hex. You have a water source that's nearby now in addition to your natural springs that are in the forest nearby. And you have this strange stone needle just southeast of your camp.
A proof of needles. A few queries. First, it seems we are not the first to arrive at this planet. But secondly, are there any openings, perhaps, that we could identify, either up above, below? Are there any rocky areas nearby where perhaps we might find a subterranean access to the interior?
No, I'm going to say with your rolls, there's nothing like that. You walk around the base of this, you kind of climb up it a little bit, you stand back, you look, you observe, and there doesn't appear to be any way to enter it or get below it at all.
And remember, scratches were just the runes, right?
Yeah, so at first they seemed like worn, weathered scratches, but it turned out to be the runes on the base of this thing. So that's the thing. Remember, also, like, nobody has found this system before. You are the first people here. So this is very, very odd.
Apparently we will not.
Yeah, we can try and like transcribe some runes too, like what they're depicting. So we can show someone else, not us. We can show our runologist back at camp.
Your doctor,
just take pictures, yeah.
Your doctor, who is also a spiritual advisor, may be a good candidate.
I was going to say, so she's a mystic, I'm assuming. Is there like any technomancers or precogs in the camp?
We said this is transmutation, so it's probably could be mystic stuff.
Yeah, well, technomancers and precog both have access to transmutation magic too, but mystic seems more earth for the earth magic.
I think this is where I'm supposed to create my children. It's an earth pillar with earth runes. I am a plant that makes
plants. I thought you wanted a smaller needle. That's what you were just talking about
Your
yesterday.
children.
I'm
will
not
grow
gonna
up with-
cross pollinate with a stone, Blim Blam. What are you talking about? I got the babies. I just gotta, put two and two together.
I mean, I don't know. There was fungus in the trees. Maybe you guys can. I'm not the doctor either.
I'm getting a little bit offended about how everybody's viewing these plants, these small plants that exist in the town.
I'm sorry.
What was that noise?
I apologize, Fruit, but my race are vegetarians. All I eat is plants.
Is just. He walks off again.
Man. So yeah, obviously we'll take tons of pictures. And
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to lick the runes.
Okay. You lick the runes.
Yes.
And they taste terrible.
This
and
is not nutritious.
You now have gravel and dirt in your mouth also.
Could you describe the taste, Blim Blam? Is it more sweet, sour, umami, maybe?
One time I spoke up in class and I had to eat chalk. It is like chalk with a bit of moss and ass.
Yes.
Whoa, we feel like we got to talk about that last one. Does that mean you've tasted ass, Blim Blam?
Hey, now.
I mean, I'm not judging
Kink
you here.
shame, yeah?
I mean, sometimes we're in tight quarters and somebody breaks, and there's nothing you can do. You breathe it and you smell it.
Well, okay.
If you smell, you taste.
Okay, all right, it's cool. Judgment-free zone over here. Don't worry about me. But he could be onto something. Maybe we could try the elements on the runes. Like we could try fire. We could try. I have lightning. We could try. I don't know. Could be an idea.
Yes. This sounds fun.
Ocean's not that far. We could. Oh, we probably have some on us. What am I thinking? Of course, we have canteens and such.
So just throw it on the tower. And
it's just an idea. We don't have to try. We can go back to camp first and then, talk to other people, or we can experiment.
Fruit, I think you are on to something. And Zenny will whip out their water bottle and chuck it, like the whole thing. on
It's just like
slowly, slow motion throw the water bottle. Yeah, so it just splashes against the stone base of this needle, and some of it's absorbed. It runs down. Nothing seems to happen. You all sit there staring at water running down the base of it, but nothing seems to happen.
Very well. Starts reaching for earth, reaches down, grabs a big chunk, and just smears it on where the water was to make it kind of mud on the side of the spear or spire. Spear.
Yeah. Okay, it kind of mixes with the water and just kind of clumps and starts to dry on there.
I fear, Fruit, you are incorrect in your hypothesis on actions we should be taking.
All right. Thanks for trying, I guess. We can go back or we can maybe we want to try looking at another place, make a roundabout back to the city, or
maybe we hit the water spot you guys wanted.
Well, I think we already claimed water according to the mechanics of the game, but we could go more water.
How much time is there left in the day?
You can only do this one hex today. You're gonna have to make your way back.
Unless we camp
Unless
outside.
we stay, right?
Oh, you could camp here.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
We have been on a spaceship for a very
long time, and you would like to camp outside. Okay, yeah, we can stay here.
You guys...
did you guess?
Oh, I don't know. I just
Aiden gracious. You
Oh.
I love it so much.
All right.
So
So
you're
how
gonna-
about we just why not? We can camp. There's nothing near the spire tower thing, which might indicate that it's like a safe place because
Or it could be
nothing
a
comes
deadly
near it.
place, where it just kills and
or
everything.
maybe it opens up at night.
Oh, maybe.
Hypothesis number 2.
It's like
Through
Elden
it.
Ring. You gotta go wait until nighttime.
Right. It's only when the secrets unlock.
like when the moon hits it, they'll light up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've played video games. We understand.
Look for waterfalls. Things might be behind them.
Don't go
Mhm.
chasing waterfalls.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah, we can camp here. I don't
So,
know
do you have camping gear? With
Yeah, Rafe said he took his with him.
Yeah.
So Rafe is prepared to camp out for the night.
I'm a plant. I'm always ready.
Bear.
I have
Reach out, doesn't
fur.
bother me.
I'm good. I have 5 cold resistance for being a wolf lady, so I'm good to be outside.
Blim blam. Will you snuggle?
I mean, okay.
You gotta be careful though. He's been telling stories today that have been a little bit questionable. I don't know if you want to be snuggling with him.
I come from the hive mind. Cuddling is just a physical form of telepathy.
Wow. Okay.
That's great.
How about you just make sure you're big spoon? That way he can smell,
Oh boy.
All right,
Don't-
Fruit he'll take watch first.
Don't mind me
So you're
rolling.
saying if I cuddle, I'm a telepathist.
Yes.
Excellent. I have learned something new today.
Okay, so we're gonna hunker down and camp here for the night.
Sure, why not?
Okay, I was not expecting you to do that, but let's do it. Let's have some fun. All right, let's figure out watches. Give me a watch order.
Do we
good.
want 3 total or 2? How many watches do you want total?
I'm good to stay to do a watch for sure.
I really want to go first. I want to experience the stars outside.
Oh.
Really excited.
And she's my cuddle buddy, so I join.
Okay.
Okay. So what was the order?
Oh, I think Blim Blam Zinni. I'll go with Dr. Bostwick because I have to split up the doctors.
Of course.
Rafe and
You have to?
Australian. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I will regale Fruit with stories of the airy within the Planted Diversity, another very mysterious spire that proved to be very dangerous, in fact.
So I will tell you stories the whole time, whether you're listening or not.
So how many watches total are we doing? Let me
3.
3.
in pairs.
I'm doing the last one, I
All right.
believe.
All right, let's see. All right, so who's on the second watch?
Oh, me and Dr. Bostwick.
Dr. Bostwick
Yes.
and
Your stories are great. Yep, keep going.
and
Yep, mhm.
Fruit.
It's called the Airy of the Sun, these
Uh-huh,
magnificently
yep.
dangerous winged creatures.
Wow,
live within the
okay.
spire. I don't see such roosts here, however.
Mhm.
So yeah, you're kind of nodding off. You're trying to ignore him. You're watching
How dare
the darkness through the fire around you, and you can hear something.
No.
You
Was
think
that
you
my
hear something?
tummy? No.
Can we perception?
Yeah, both of you make me a perception check, please.
Perceive.
Yes, make me perception checks.
All right. Hoo-ha!
Not bad.
Ha! Both of you pick up movement, but you pick up multiple things. It's almost like a swarm of something moving around you. Some critters like skittering around the camp. You can hear them, and you look through the light of the fire, and you make out these It seems like they walk on 4 legs. They're not huge. They're small animals, about the size of a medium-sized dog or a little bit smaller. And there's like a pack or swarm of them walking around your camp watching you.
I would like to roll a life science check on these. I'm going to really piss you off in this campaign because I know like everything about animals.
Even though they're alien and you've never encountered them before?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The minimum roll I can do is a 20. Even if I go lower, by default I get a 20. That's a 20. The way
It's just it's a biohack.
These animals seem almost the closest thing that you can compare them to from what you know are almost like foxes, but they have like tusks, almost like boar tusks on their snouts. And you make out a swarm of these things all around you.
I'm looking very intently at the paw prints they leave and whether there's any sort of familiarity from the other paw prints we saw.
Yes.
Do I see any sort of sort of burning the ground?
Yeah.
Fruit.
I'm gonna go
Fruit
wake
and-
up Rafe while he's doing this,
Okay, you wake up Rafe.
and I'll tell him to like wake someone else up, and I'll go back towards Dr. Bostwick.
I will fire my needle gun at Blimbam to wake him up. And in the process, also give him was it plus 10 enhancement bonus to his speed. He's very fast right now. I just shot him full of pure cocaine.
I love this one.
Okay.
And then you would wake up Zinni because your guys are snuggling, so you'd be freaking out.
Oh. There you go.
So
okay.
We are being attacked. We are being scouted by apparently a pack of fire foxes. Oh goodness.
Fire foxes. We'll go back to the last map. Well, I don't have a map for this, but we got a random encounter. So
What? We can't negotiate.
with these foxes?
Yes, we have a canine in our unit. They might speak the same language.
No, these are like small, unintelligent animals from what you've determined.
Wow.
All right, guys, we got inside the
Get them
spire. It's
hooked.
fine. We're inside the spire. It's okay.
Let me just move you all onto a map here. We'll set up initiative because these things are going to encroach on you. So there's no, like, we're going to do all theater mind for, like, distances and stuff. So these are considered a swarm animals. So for all intents and purposes, it's one creature, even though there's multiples of them, and you need to almost, like, attack the whole swarm. And they have special defenses that are known as swarm defenses, so they defend a little differently. Of course, this is something that's new to me and that I rolled randomly on the table, so we're going to have fun and do this right now. But they're immune to attacks and effects that target a single creature, with the exception of mind-affecting effects if the swarm has a certain intelligence score. So anything that targets a specific creature is not going to hurt them. You're attacking a whole swarm of things coming after you. So if you have an area of effect attack, this is where you're gonna want to use it.
I guess this is where we all die.
Yeah, you're going to attack a swarm of fire foxes.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think we have any AoE.
You guys-
we have to have a technomancer.
That's
You
weird.
guys-
I'm used to
Grenades.
systems doing like
Roll over
reduced
top.
damage,
Yeah.
but not immune.
You guys wanted to spend the night in the stars. I don't know.
Can we get to a higher up position so they can't get to us? So just wait.
You
for
gotta
them to
climb
leave?
the needle? You're out in the open. You're in plains, like rolling plains, like foothills. You could try and climb this stone
have
spire.
I do have a climb speed of 20.
Oh yeah, because bears are really good climbers.
I could just climb up that side.
Well, a new party next week.
I guess-
Okay.
I guess that's the dangers of this, because this is like these are tables in the game, and you are going to encounter things that are bigger and badder than you are as you're exploring. So a swarm of they're listed as tusked foxes, but we can call them fire foxes. You're the first to discover them, so you've dubbed them fire foxes.
Man, I've got a +4 to initiative, and my highest initiative so far has been a 10.
Yeah, I rolled a 6 too with my +4.
Here, can I? If I click this, boop, there it popped into the chat. So this is how the swarm defenses work. So you guys can all read it. No, never mind. I made that a private roll. Let's try that again. Boop. There we go. Swarms take damage from weapons differently depending on how the weapons target them. A swarm is immune to attacks and effects that target a single creature. So you need an area of effect. A swarm takes half again as much damage from effects that affect all targets in an area, such as grenades, blasts, and explosive weapons, and many evocation spells. So they even take half damage when you do hit with an area of effect.
They take half again as much, so
Oh,
they're vulnerable. 150% damage.
Gotcha. So
we're screwed.
Yeah.
Here's a question, Matt.
Yes.
Are they coming close to the fire? Like, are they
They're circling the camp, and they're getting closer and closer. Like, this whole swarm is kind of, the circle is closing more and more and getting closer around you. And you're all awake now, and you can see them moving about.
They also have fire feet, so I don't think they're scared of the fire.
Fair.
They are also unflankable.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
yeah. Swarms in Starfinder are no joke. I mean, they're even more deadly than Pathfinder First Edition swarms. It just
Yeah. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I got nothing I can do.
I think me and Rafe and Zinni are all in trouble because
Are you guys
after the swarm
climbing the needle?
I think that might need to be some of the,
I mean,
the
we literally have
plans,
0
unless
AoE.
there's a way that Dr. Estrania would be like, is there any way we could combine our doctor skills and take the sedative medicine and kind of make it into some sort of dust cloud that would affect the area of effect?
You're gonna take your medicine,
Dr. Estrania.
I mean, medicine and make a dust
do
cloud.
you have anything that could do that, perhaps, friend?
Boswick goes,
Well, I just might have that, Doctor. Let me look at my forearms.
as I go through my list of drugs.
I have the sedatives ready when it's all, and we'll make a little chemistry bench.
A chemistry bench. All right, so we're in initiative here. Blim Blam, you're up first. This swarm is closing and closing and closing in on the group of you. What is your
plus 10 speed, by the way?
Who has plus 10?
I do.
Okay.
So are they kind of coming across like a prairie type area, or are they coming through a hilly area possibly?
It's a little hilly, yeah. Like, but you're next to a river. The spire, remember the stone needle was just next to a river, so it's flat. It's flat here. It's rocky. It's flat. It's almost like shoreline sort of terrain.
Okay. Yeah, if it was hilly, I was going to see if I could like shoot any debris to make it fall on them, but there's not that either.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of nothing I can add to this.
I did roll this randomly. You guys put me on the spot with this whole camping thing.
So is the spire? How would you define it? Is it a relatively smooth surface or an uneven surface, or
it is relatively smooth.
That's a DC 25 athletics check for those of us who don't have a climb speed.
Hey, no problem. Don't you worry about it.
Who else has a climb speed, out of curiosity?
Well, it's me. Whoever I deem my favorite.
Well, I mean, I can just attach to like your pinky nail. So
yeah. I mean, so that's pretty much, that's impossible for me to climb, and it's impossible for me to hurt him.
I think we're running.
The best I can do is, I mean, since not everybody else has had a chance to go, I'll use my movement action to ready my shield and see if that does any good against them to stand defensively, because I've got nothing else I can do. I'm not going to run before anybody else is gone. I can't climb it and I can't hurt it.
Gotcha.
So I just raise my shield.
Okay. Now, quick question, because I can't quite remember. Swarms in Starfinder, if they move into your space, do they just do automatic damage to you without having to roll to hit?
Said something about attacks on the.
No, it's
thing.
just damage. There's only a damage button.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I mean, there
They're
is
nasty.
no defending.
They're
Okay, yeah.
They're nasty buggers.
So- well, I'm not going to run before anybody else goes. That's just not the way it goes. If anything, he'll put himself out towards the front to be the first.
You could delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could
Okay.
like ready in action,
Okay.
delay, ready in action, whatever you want to do.
Can't climb, can't shoot. Not going to run without you guys. But when you're ready, I will run with you.
Tramps like us, baby, we were born to run.
I don't know if we're gonna outrun a pack of firefoxes, but who knows?
All right, Dr. Estrania, you see Blim Blam kind of ready for the worst. What do you want to do?
Well, me and Dr. Bostwick, we gotta do some work together. So I'll move to wherever they are, or at least closest to them, pulling out my.
You're moving to the swarm, okay?
Is this the swarm? Oh, that's the swarm. That big one. Okay.
Yeah, that big one, that token.
So-
When I dragged it out there, it was a big token.
Yeah, so I'm going towards Dr.
Sure.
Bostwick.
It's all theater of the mind. So yeah, you walk
Yeah.
towards them, sort of thing. I just need to drop tokens down to set up a combat
Well,
tracker.
I think Tyler
Yep.
said that they're coming to me, right?
Yes.
You're coming to us.
I'm
Yeah.
going-
Oh, you're going to Bostwick. Okay, so you
That's
go to
what I've been
Bostwick,
saying,
who's
yeah.
getting ready to climb this the needle.
And I bring over my my sedatives, and I'm like, here are all the sedatives I have. If we can produce maybe something that you could drop from the top of the needle onto the swarm and knock them all out, that could be our chance, our hope.
Matt, could Dr. Estrania then aid Dr. Bostwick in coming up with some kind of
Ooh.
like aerosol application of their
Do you-
of their
I
sedatives?
do have engineering, and
Do
I
you-
give a +2 to any aid check that I do.
And I would also know from my life science check basically most of the
Yes.
traits of this creature too. So like I would know probably if they had like vulnerabilities or things like that.
There's got to be a talent or something, I'm assuming, to do that. Do what you're wanting. No?
To make something in an aerosol? I have no idea.
I mean,
No,
I don't
to
know.
like to MacGyver something like this on the spot. You know what I mean? Like
That's
a
pretty much-
feature.
That's pretty much the mechanic class is all about that kind of stuff.
I am the mechanic.
I know. And I think the biohacker is kind of the biology hack mechanic. So I mean, they're
I mean,
well
so
suited to try
it seems like we'd be able to at least attempt
Well,
something.
would he know if they are immune to fire? I know they have fire feet.
Yeah, I don't know how rare they are, but my test should like that's part of the biohacker thing is that they're able to sort of get information. Like it's been people complain about that as a thing with biohackers that they tend to get a lot of information,
A lot of
really-
details.
Yeah, but it is. I mean, it's part of the class.
Well, I'm just saying if they're not immune to fire, we can use the fire and
The
try and
fire
spray
itself.
things through it to make it AOE.
Oh,
So
that's true.
what feat are you looking at using, or what ability that you have are you looking to use here,
Well,
Dr. Estrania?
we're just trying to see if we can devise an actual method of using the medicine we have in an AOE cloud.
Okay, so you want
So,
to do
like,
engineering
basically-
is what you want to roll.
Yes.
Okay,
Or at least I could do the
and
aiding
and
Dr. Bostwick.
and Bostwick, you're gonna do the medical portion. Is that the plan here?
Well,
I
I
mean,
would be
I
doing the
can do
medical
whatever.
probably if there was medical. But
Well, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
we'll do this on the fly. We'll do it combined. If the two of you want to work together to devise something in the spot, you're both gonna have to make a roll. I'll set a DC.
Yeah.
You guys will have to make separate rolls. One of you want to do engineering. One of you gonna have to do medical. This will be your round as you try to set up whatever this is that you're trying to create. And then
Right.
next round, if you're successful, we can do something. Does that work?
yeah. What's your
Medicine
engineering
is-
at?
I'm
Doctor?
slightly more proficient with medicine, but engineering, I am no slouch.
Well, I'm also very good with medicine and also good with expertise. If I don't know, with
You both have the exact
engineering.
same engineering, and
Hmm.
Oh wow, in the same
and
medicine.
you
No,
have a higher
you have
medicine.
medicines.
You have a higher
My life
medicine.
science is your medicine. Like we like flip flop.
Ah, got you. Okay, well, yeah, I'll handle the application of the drugs that I have, the medicine part of it.
Okay.
All right, make me a medicine roll. It'll be a DC of 15.
Okay.
Boom, 30.
Easy.
Done. So that's your turn.
Yeah.
And now it's over to Bostwick, right? Yes.
Yeah, I think.
So DC 15 engineering, as the two of you try to devise something here.
Oh. Cha-ching, cha-ching. What
The two of
can
you
I do with
working,
these
putting your
things?
heads together, your scientific medical minds. The two of you are just going, doctor, 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 doctor.
Doctor Hammond.
Yeah, doctor.
No! Shoot me in the face!
Oh.
Oh,
So you can do it. You can attempt it again next round. This will be
Yeah,
your
okay.
action.
Yes.
And the swarm will
Shoot.
attack. The swarm will attack someone. How many?
How
I got.
big is this one?
Bear
There was
with me.
4, right? Wasn't there 4?
No, hold on. Sorry, multiple screens here. It just says it's one predator swarm. Let's see. The way I'm seeing it works is it's just kind of like their hit points. It's not. There's no set number because they all. It's just like a group.
Yeah, no, I meant like the actual dimensions. So like does it give it like a 20-foot radius or
Space is 10 feet.
okay, so it could hit any 2 or possibly 3 of us just by moving into our squares.
All right, I'm gonna roll a d6 because there's 6 of you, and I'm gonna go in order of the overlay. So Aaron is 1 and Tyler is 6, and everybody falls in between that. I think that is Megan. That is Zenny. So the swarm jumps, leaps all at once. They flow like water out of the shadows and lurch at you, and they're going to attack you.
I don't even want to know
For-
what this is about to be.
6 damage. 6 damage. Remember, it comes off your stamina first. So 6 damage to your stamina before we get into hit points.
So you don't have any Solarian powers that are AoE?
No, mine's single target. My lightning
okay.
thing. Yeah.
Did we ever get a call on the fire thing? Like, do we know that they're resistant to fire or anything?
No, they're not. Bear with me here. No, they're not resistant to fire.
Yeah, so
Okay.
on his turn, while Bostwick was doing the thing, I'd be like,
Quick, they hold them off with the fire while we work on this.
Okay, so what Fruit wants to try to do is, I'm assuming they're not engaged with anyone but Zinni, or are they still engaged?
Yeah,
with...
just Zinni. Yeah, they're engaged with
Okay.
Zinni.
He wants to try to put himself in between the fire and the fire foxes and try and shoot his lightning through it to create a burst.
Does lightning work that way?
It says if fires are big enough, they can create fire storm clouds that can produce lightning. And so I'm
It's
producing
Divinity
the
2.
lightning.
Where are you reading this? That
Lightning may serve as ignition source of a fire by directly striking an object. So I'm either trying to strike the grass.
But that
maybe,
means
to create fire
okay.
to
So
them,
yeah, you can
or-
target the grass to try and ignite fire in them, but you can't. I'm not going to say you can shoot through the fire and have the fire whoosh with your lightning towards them. But you can try to ignite dry grass and sticks and things like that with your lightning. That makes sense.
Okay, I will do that then. I will
Whoa.
shoot the grass.
Shoot that grass.
You want me to
Just
the
roll just
attack?
in case you get a critical, but otherwise you're going to hit unless you get a critical fail or a critical hit. Okay, yeah, so you hit the grass
Ooh.
below it.
Max damage, 5 electric.
5 electric, but you're not damaging them. You're damaging the grass.
Right, I'm trying to light it on fire. to then damage them.
Gotcha.
And then I will tune to my energy Solarian side and run away.
I will give it a you hit. I'll give it a 40% chance that you ignite fire. I rolled a 2. All right, so you see some smoke and flames start to build under their feet, and they jump back.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Who is next?
It's me.
Rafe.
So can Rafe reach down into the fire to pick up a couple of basically burning logs and strike out at this swarm like an AoE fire?
Yes.
So he's
Throw it
basically
at the
using
group
an
of them.
improvised
Yeah.
weapon. Yeah.
Yep. That
Okay.
works.
So you want to do a ranged attack, basically?
Yes, please.
Okay,
You're
I'll just
throwing
roll
it at
off.
them.
I'll roll off my laser pistol because it's got the same bonuses. 20?
Hold on here. Ranged attacks with thrown weapon. With a thrown weapon or grenade, you make a ranged attack at a target within its maximum range. You add your strength modifier to your ranged attack rolls with a thrown weapon, and to do your damage rolls with the weapons, still uses your agility.
Okay.
Okay.
So it would be an 18 instead of a 20 then.
18. Let me check their AC. Yeah. Okay. So that hits the area.
What kind of
for
damage?
fire? We're just rolling with it here. Just give me a D6 as you pelt them with a burning log, and we'll see what the fire does. Okay.
1.
Okay.
And for my movement action, well, I guess no, picking the log up would have been my move action. So, yep. So I'm just staying there.
All right, Zenny. These things attack. The swarm attacked you. Do you have anything? Don't you have all kinds of like calming spells?
So I'm going to use the empath, my empath feature
Yes.
that allows me to reach out to see like the true intentions of these individuals.
They want to kill you.
They want to eat us.
Yeah.
So because of this, it gives me +2 to intimidation or other
Oh yeah, you intimidated the mole rats.
right? So yeah, so can I can only like I can reach out and I can do my feature thingamajigger, and then that's it for my turn. Can I like yell at them?
You can yell at them, but like it not being a skill roll sort of thing.
Fair. So just the feature then?
You get a standard action and a move action.
Okay.
And a swift action.
So by Kalen's wisdom, I reach out to you. And okay, so they want to kill us. Very well. And as my move action, can I take a step back? Do I give him a?
Yeah, you can do a 5-foot guarded step.
Yeah. Yeah.
I step back then.
Okay. Very good. I forgot you had Kato Kalen as your
Right.
your guy.
And then
Blim
if
Blam, back to you.
Yeah, so since I held and nobody run, that means I pretty much just pass on the initial turn.
No, you delayed. You can go anytime.
Yeah,
you
you
want.
can
Okay.
go. You can
So
still go.
at
I
the end of the
ran
turn,
up. I ran away-ish, kind of. So
Well, I was going to ask, does Zenny use like a blanket or any sort of sleeping bag whenever we were cuddling earlier?
No, but I wouldn't have taken off my cloak because it's cold outside. No.
Okay. Well, I'm very sorry about this, but if they're going to kill us at the end of the time, I'm grabbing your cloak and I'm going to wrap a bunch of rocks and other debris into the cloak so I have this big, wide swath of something to swing around at the top of the next turn.
Okay.
You can swing it through the fire.
Yeah, so you're ripping off Zenny's cloak and filling it with rocks.
Yep.
Okay,
And then
I like it.
next round I'll just be swinging this thing, just swinging at a wide swath.
So that was your delayed action. So now it's back
Yeah.
to the top turn order. So it's your turn.
Okay. And I assume I would just roll the same attack as my sword.
Yeah, this will be a melee attack.
Okay.
Damage. Oh wow. Well, that misses the
No.
swarm. Unfortunately, you start swinging it wildly at them to try and yelling to keep them at bay. You have a
Did
reroll
everybody
still?
get a reroll?
Pat bought everybody a
mine.
reroll. Yeah, you can use yours
Okay.
in. We're kind of over time anyway, so you might as well get it in.
Okay, I'll get it in.
Oh,
No,
critical!
Yes! No!
Yeah.
Do not kill my cuddle buddy. I'm very angry about this. So rude. I have no clue what the damage on a
I don't either.
cloak full of rocks
This
would
is
be.
all spur of the moment. This whole thing.
I think it's
Club.
10d10. Right?
No, come on now.
Right?
Come on now.
Probably a D4.
D4.
Oh, I was
let
gonna
me
be
see if
more
I
generous
can-
than that.
You
but-
get 2d4.
So it'd be 2D4 plus your strength bonus.
Okay, 2d4 plus 1. Or is it times 2 on the strength bonus as well?
On the strength bonus as well, yeah, you get it on
It should
both
be
roll.
both, yeah.
So your D4 plus
2d4
strength.
plus 2?
Yeah, D4.
2D4 plus 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the beauty. Oh. That's the beauty about criticals on here, though, is that you get to roll twice and they both get your bonus. I like that.
There's my whopping 4 damage. from
4
the
damage.
critical.
Yeah. They're surprised that the group of you are putting up a fight. They don't know if you're brave or stupid. No, they're not that intelligent. They're just they're tiny little mindless creatures that just want to kill you.
I'm a tiny little mindless creature. It's my role.
Dr. Strania, you're there. You're like Dr. Bostwick's almost there with his part of this plan, but not
Yeah.
quite there. So what do you want to do? Words of encouragement. What do you want to do for Dr. Bostwick?
Yeah, I would definitely like to do the aid action and offer some. Be like, what if we try this?
Brilliant!
You know, sort of thing.
Doctor.
And I can do my I'll do engineering to aid them. Then is that? I think.
Yep. I'm just going the aid. This is so spur of the moment. I love it. Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
So aid another. Yeah, I'll let you help it. To do so, you must attempt your skill check before the creature you want to help, and if you succeed with a DC of 10, which you did, that creature gains a +2 to their check.
Nice.
So Jeff's gonna get or Dr. Bostwick's gonna get a +2 to their roll. Is there anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna stay right there with them.
Do you like the
We're-
smooth
we're-
jazz that we have going on in the background for this fight?
Very relaxing.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Bostwick, you got a +2 to your roll. What was I say? A DC 15 is what I had set out previously.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so +2.
You guys aren't joking. These are the only levels I'm going to be able to hurt you, and when I do, it's going to be bad.
Shift that around and oh, eureka!
All right, so you two of you have managed to MacGyver together this contraption that'll spray these. What do you have? Your solutions or whatever they are will spray them in an area of effect. An
Also, go
aerosol.
stop for a moment when he's about to finish. Like, oh,
Where did you study, Australia? That is absolutely brilliant.
like really kind of gets distracted for a moment.
Oh, sorry. Hey,
And we start talking about our prison time. Being...
Oh my god, it's gonna attack you, Dr. Strania, as you're talking about your prison time. The swarm's gonna leap
How
over
big
your
of
way.
a swarm? Because like I'm right next to Estrania, so it's possible they could get me too.
It's a
Does that
10-foot
mean-
radius.
Yeah.
Does it move away from me to do that?
Yes. So you can take a yeah,
But
because
can
you're
you?
swinging rocks, right? You're swinging
Yeah.
like a sack of rocks at them. Sure, go for it. Does not hit. Okay, Estrania, you're up first. 1 point of damage, and Dr. Bostwick, 6 points of damage.
really? You study? Oh, goodness! Oh.
I wonder how much damage these guys can do. I can't. I just have a button on here.
Hmm.
I'm curious what they actually roll. Okay, so that is your turn. The swarm is on top of the two doctors. Fruit, are you still running away?
Yeah, he's still staying out of
Sure.
the range of them.
Yeah.
And I guess he's gonna try and do it again, so I can at least just keep charging up and trying.
So shooting the ground underneath them for some fire.
Yeah, and maybe it'll stay in that round.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're shooting the ground. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, max ground damage.
Max ground damage. Okay.
Take
Yeah,
that,
you
ground.
seem to another like there's smoke coming up off the grass below them, and you seem to ignite a small fire. You know where you shot earlier too. There seems to be a fire, and you're now worried that you might be starting fires around this stone needle that could burn out of control in the middle of the night. But hey, you gotta do what you
We never
can
tried
to survive.
the element, so I'm just
You
trying to.
You gotta see what. Yeah. You're gonna try it now. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Rafe.
So same thing as last turn. He reaches down to the
Yep.
fire, grabs a burning log, and chucks it at the swarm.
We're gonna start a forest fire. This is great. Well, not forest fire, but
Excellent.
the plains will be burning tonight. You're gonna be running back to camp with a giant fire looming behind you.
So this is the right bonuses. It's not, a 13 at the swarm.
13 is that their KAC?
KAC.
Does not hit.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And Zenny.
So, yeah, this is pissing me off, man. So I'm gonna I'm in my skivvies because Blim Blam has taken my cloak, and I'm gonna stand up to my full 6'4" height, and I'm gonna try and intimidate these guys into fucking off. So let's see. I'm gonna use my other feat of skill focus, so I get a. Oh wait. Yes, an insight bonus, a +3 insight bonus to a skill of my choice. Plus, because I did my empath bit from last turn, I get a +2 from that, so it's a +5 to my intimidate. And
Do you set the DC or do I? Because these things are gonna be really hard to intimidate.
I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know.
Okay, so your DC is gonna be 21. Blackjack.
I'm feeling lucky.
Blackjack. Oh my god!
Yes.
What?
Nice.
So standing there in your skivvies, you loom up behind the fire.
Totally.
You kick some campfire wood at them, and you just you're this imposing figure. Your shadow looms down upon these creatures are actually considered tiny. Their size is pretty small. They are the size of a fox, and you start speaking slowly and deeply, and this imposing burning figure is kicking up fire, and they see the fire all around them. And that is enough to make them take off into the night and leave after they've also taken enough hits and wounds and losses to their swarm. They disappear into the night.
And for future reference, demoralizing a creature, the difficulty is the 15 plus 1.5 times their CR.
Oh. The CR is 3.
So be 20. Close.
So you rolled 21, so you did it. Okay. Wow. I think we should leave off there because we survived. Past our time, and I thought you were all gonna die.
So did we.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
The Wadania 4 is a dangerous place, we've now learned, and maybe we shouldn't be camping out in the middle of the night.
Well, what we need to do is we need to bring a flamethrower with us and several grenades.
Grenades.
Yes.
And then we can
Grenades
camp.
would be good.
Then we can camp
Yes.
out.
Yes, I agree.
That was close. Okay, so let's do the round table. What's everybody got going on this week? Aaron, what do you got going on between now and next week?
Hey, we're playing Star Wars tomorrow on Garblade.
Yes,
Games,
we are.
Are we not? Yeah.
We are, yeah.
9 p.m. GMT, which is 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 4 p.m. your time, I think.
I think it's 2 p.m. my time. Mountain. Is that
You
right?
Mountain?
Yeah, I'm Mountain.
Well, they're different. Oh, did you guys not do your time change recently?
We did.
We just did it. We just did a time change. So now it's 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is 9 p.m. GMT. So you may be 3 p.m.
Oh, crap. Okay. I didn't take that into account. That's fine. It'll still work. Okay. Yeah.
And then next Wednesday, Lex Arcana, 9 p.m. GMT. And then Thursday morning, or Thursday, 9 p.m. GMT, Lord of the Rings. And then Thursday night, Octoon Cthulhu.
Octoon Cthulhu. We're going to do the new campaign. Fate of Atlantis. Is that what it's called? No, it's an old Indiana Jones game. Indiana Jones.
Something
Shadows of Atlantis. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis is an old LucasArts game, which was phenomenal. Evan, do you have anything going on between now and next week?
Nope.
Nope. Jeff, how about you over on the Lollygaggers?
Yeah, Friday night. So tomorrow we are playing Traveler. So we're doing our character creation tomorrow night. So that's gonna be
awesome.
fun. About time. We've been like holding off on it. We've been trying to do it for like a month now. So we're finally schedules are aligning. Saturday we're doing Wondering Second Edition, continuing that. And Monday we'll be doing Ultraviolet Grasslands. See Jeremy in that game too.
Yeah,
that's it.
Speaking of Jeremy, what do you? Oh, you got something you wanna plug?
Yeah, check out Aaron Reese on Patreon. You'll see some good comic book stuff there, maps, RPG assets. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, links in the chat. Megan, what board game did you play last week?
Nothing. But
Or the week before?
No, okay. So, you've like since I've known you, you've been like pumping up Pandemic, right? And
yeah. I used to run it at work. Megan and I used to work together, and I used to run it for my group as a team building exercise.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But I took the plunge and I borrowed it from a not so good friend. And I'm gonna give it a whirl.
Who's your not so good friend?
My not so good friend.
You tell me off the air. You don't have to name names here live.
No, anyway, so I'm super excited to give it a whirl. I've heard lots of really good things about it, and although been skeptical in the past, I'm looking to move past it. So I'm hoping that it is everything that you have said it is.
It's fantastic, but you're going to lose a lot. Just keep that in mind going in.
Fair.
But it's a really good game. And you have to work together to win. If you don't, you're never going to win that game. But it's fast. You can play, I think, in like 30, 40 minutes each session.
I was anticipating an hour and a half, so it means
no, it's a quick game. You'll lose really fast.
But
it's fantastic. Cool. I played Alien: Fate of the Nostromo finally. I played on the weekend. I did a couple solo sessions. It was fun. And Tyler, what do you have going on between now and next week Thursday?
Not much. I have something going on the day after next week Thursday, where on Friday I'll be in the Call of Cthulhu game called Glass Chronicles that we're doing like some production on. So that'll be fun. But no one will get to see it for a while until it's been produced. So
cool.
But that'll be fun. But no, nothing going on.
Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna, like Aaron said, I'm gonna be running Star Wars tomorrow afternoon on Garblight Games sometime. We'll figure out the time, but tomorrow afternoon on Garblight Games for North American viewers, in the evening for folks over in the UK or Europe. And yeah, that's it. Back with Octoon Cthulhu, Fate of Atlantis next week. So have a great week, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next Thursday.